Dear student, welcome to the online education on the behalf of Halisha Cathedral Public School and College. Today we'll discuss punctuation and capitalization. Especially, we don't discuss the capitalization because all of you know about this. We discuss some important, especially the 26 important rules of punctuation. Let's go see what are the punctuation marks. Apostrophe, we here arrange according to the importance uses of the punctuation marks. Apostrophe, comma, inverted comma or quotation marks, uh, then question mark, exclamation marks, colon, semicolon, full stop, dash, and hyphen. So most of the time you don't see any use of the semicolon, dash, or colon and hyphen in your exam. Most of the time you will get apostrophe, comma, inverted comma or quotation marks, exclamation marks, full stop, and question marks. So today we'll try to discuss only these items. So at first let's go for apostrophe. Okay. First one, to form contraction. All of you know that there are contraction. We can form three types of contraction. One is the contraction of the auxiliary verb. One is the contraction of the word that is means we want to eliminate or we want to keep a part of the word silent. For example, over, you can tell over, putting the apostrophe there. Then it is, we can write that one is. So to form these three types of contraction, we use apostrophe. To form possessive case, you know possessive means to belongs to someone. For example, here Rahim's book, the book belongs to Rahim's girls' school. So if it is the singular, we'll do in that way. But if it is the plural, we don't put any s after the apostrophe. But we'll give the apostrophe on the s. In that way, we can form the possessive case, girls' school. To form plural of letter figure. Sometimes we feel the necessity to form the plural of the letter or the number. But in that way, you can do cut your teeth and dot your eyes. For to make 8. So in that way, twos. Here is the teeth, here is the eyes. So in that way, you can form the you can use the apostrophe to form the plural of the letters and numbers. Sometimes to form plural of words. It is a good idea, but there is a lot of ifs. You look here, the ifs, it is a word. So if you want to form the plural of the word like this, then you can use the apostrophe in that way. Look here, to form plural of abbreviation. Sometimes we feel the necessity to form the plural of abbreviation. So in that way you can form. There are 85 MEs in our village. Now we'll go for the use of comma. Comma to separate two or more same types of particle space. If you use the same type of particle space, noun or adjective or adverb together, then you can separate this in that way. But keep in your mind that the last two must be connected with the conjunction. There will be no comma. So go for the two. To place case in apposition. So at first try to understand what is the case in apposition. Case in apposition means after the name you want to place the title of that person. Mr. Kamal, manager of this bank, is a good man. So if you want to try to put the case in apposition after the name, then you have to put the comma before and after it. To place vocative case. Okay, what is the vocative case, or it is called addressing? Sometimes we have to address the god, we have to address our mother, we have to address our friend. Okay, if we address it one before expressing our ideas or telling anyone anything, then we must put a comma. For example, here see the mother bless me. Okay, thanks my friends. So we can put the vocative case or addressing part before the comma or after the comma. To separate quotation, he said I shall go home. Actually here will be the quotation. it is. Then another one will be here. So if you want to the separate quotation in case of the narration, so you have to put comma here after the reporting verb. Then to separate adverbial phrase of clause, you know the adverbial phrases or clauses. Okay, at the evening, this is the phrase, and if you come, this is the clause. So if you get the adverbial clause, if any complex sentence, one part is start with if, when, since, as. This part is called the adverbial clause. So here it is the adverbial clause. So after the adverbial clause, you will put comma, and after the adverbial phrases, at the evening, in the morning, you must put comma to place absolute word in a sentence. Sometimes there is a sentence, and a part of this sentence have no relation with the other part for expressing the meaning. This is called the absolute part of the sentence. So here, look here. He is, I believe, an honest man. I believe, no need here. He is an honest man. This is complete. But there is no relation with he is an honest man and I believe. So it is the absolute part of the sentence. So when you are going to place the absolute part of the sentence, you must put the comma before and after it. After conjunctive adverbs, there are some adverbs which are used to connect as the body paragraph connector. If you use that connector, then you must use comma after this. Moreover, however, therefore, as a result, on the other hand, etc. To separate date, address, and place, sometimes we write date and address. So if you want to separate that one, we put comma. All of you know that one. This is very easy. To separate introductory yes or no from main sentence. Sometimes you have to use yes or no at the beginning of the sentence. If we use that one, then we must put comma. Repetition of same word. Repetition of the same word. Sometimes we have to repeat the same word to give the emphasis. For example, I can tell I'm very, very happy. Or here, I'm quite unable to do the work. So if you was the two word together for giving the emphasis, then you must use comma. Then go for inverted comma quotation mark. Though some of you tell invited comma, but it is not invited. This is the inverted comma quotation mark. To write direct space. He said to me, we discussed that one in the use of the comma. So when there is a quotation, then we must separate that one from reporting part and reported space using the comma. This is called reporting part. It is called reported part. So we put here comma. Here the important note. Sometimes some of you are very confused. Where will you put the comma? It will be after when there is another punctuation mark. Then where will be the quotation mark? Now take note down, please. Full stop, note of interrogation, note of exclamation are generally used inside the inverted comma or quotation mark. So when there is the quotation mark, you must put question mark or exclamation or full stop or interrogation inside the quotation mark. To highlight any word, sometimes we feel the necessity to highlight the word happiness. Has no meaning to me. Here we want to highlight the word happiness. So in that way, putting question mark, we can highlight the word. To write the name of short story, poem, song, but not the name of the book. If we want to mention the name of short story, poem, or song, we have to put the quotation mark before and after it. Look here, there is a double quotation and the single quotation. In Britain, that is means the British rule of English is using the double quotation, and the American rules of using the quotation mark is single quotation. So as we follow the British style of writing, generally you are instructed to use double quotation. Let's go for the next, the use of the colon. To though this is not common in our exam, but sometimes we have to use that one for practical purposes when we are going to write something in English. That is why I added it here to clarify the prior subject matter. Okay, sometimes what is mentioned before, I need to clarify that one. For example, there are two kinds of numbers. One is singular, another one is plural. So two kinds of number. Then I need the clarification: singular and plural. Direct space, Priti, how are you? When we are going to write the dialogue, we mention the name of the speaker before. So if we mention the name of the speaker before like this, then we'll put colon. After opening salutation in America, it is not used in our country. Most of the time we follow the British style, but this is the American style. You can write the salutation putting the colon after the addressing word or salutation like this. Look here, dear, then colon, then sir. After long quotation, we know in case of the direct speech, most of the time we use comma. But when it is a long quotation, okay, there is a long space, then we can use colon here like this one. Then go for the use of full stop, question mark, exclamation marks. All of you know this one very well, but as this one is very common in the exam, so we are going to summarize that one. At the end of assertive or imperative optative sentence, and sometimes exclamatory stated with interjection. Okay, sometimes there is exclamatory sentence with interjection. So after the interjection, we put exclamation mark, but then there we have to put the full stop like the assertive sentence. He is handsome, assertive sentence. Do it, imperative sentence. May Allah bless you, optative sentence. And alas, this is exclamation. So read, there is the full stop. Writing name and title. Sometimes we need to name the title, or we have to name the name, short form of the name. Professor, there is a full stop. R-A-R, there is the full stop. A. Siddiqui is a good man. Siddiqui is a good man. So if you form the abbreviation or short, if you want to write the name in short, then you have to put the comma like this. My brother is an amaze. This is actually the title of my brother. That is what we put here, the full stop. Then the question mark. You know the two types of question. One is yes, no. Another one is WH. So after the yes, no and WH question, we must put comma. There is another question. This is called tag question. After the tag, we must put sign of interrogation or question mark. He is a student, isn't he? Do you know? What is your name? Okay. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark, we can place that one in two places. After the interjection, we make some exclamatory sentences using the interjection. So after the interjection, we must put comma, as we told for the rule 1 in case of the use of full stop. So after the interjection and at the end of exclamatory sentence, alas, abandoned. So after the alas, there is the sign of exclamation. And how dangerous thing a little learning is. This is not question mark. That will be interjection. So there will be the interjection sign. Just so these are the all important uses of the punctuation marks. That is very important for your exam. If you follow that one, I hope that you will get the full marks in your exam. I don't discuss here the capitalization. I think that you know that one well. If you follow this one, you'll do good in your examination as well as for writing correct English. So I hope all of you follow the rules and practice that one practically. Until then, tata bye bye, no more today.